The Deadpool Wolverine movie's been out for about a month, and it's done incredible in relation to box office success. I believe it surpassed 1.2 billion in terms of box office. It's right up there with the Super Mario Brothers movie, which came out last year, which right now currently sits around 1.3 billion in terms of box office revenue. And I believe Deadpool and Wolverine, the movie, had double the budget that the Mario Brothers movie had, and it's only been a month, so it could potentially surpass the Mario Brothers movie sometime in the future. But it seems like Marvel's been on a roll in relation to movies for the most part. I mean, you look at like the Spider-Man movies that's come out over the past couple of years. You look at the Deadpool movies that came out between 2016 and 2018. It seemed like Marvel is outshining and outclassing DC in just about everything right now. And considering the fact that Marvel is owned by Disney, it's just sad, that that's happening. And a lot of people feel like this movie was so it was so comedic, it was so funny with the references and the jokes and all that other stuff that it worked, it worked, and it was something that exceeded a lot of people's expectations. And a lot of people feel like having Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman as the co-stars was something that added to the overall quality to the movie, and it made it seem more believable than it would have been if you had casted anybody else. And I'm not exactly sure whether or not this particular film would work in terms of a video game um, adaptation or whatever, because I'm looking at like the top Marvel superheroes. I'm looking at names like Spider-Man, Wolverine. They're Spider-Man has his own video game right now. Marvel Spider-Man 2, which is probably like the most popular superhero video game out there right now. The first Spider-Man video game from 2018, which came out back in PS4, did like 20 mil in terms of sales. So that's one that a lot of people still have good things to say about to this very day. And as we all know, Warner Brothers and NetherRealm Studios had decided to kill off Batman, and they're trying to do whatever they can to live off of his name value and all that stuff. So it seems like Marvel doesn't really have any real competition from DC or anything like that. And a lot of people are looking at DC and they think that the future of that franchise is still uncertain, and that they probably won't be able to compete with Marvel, like they used to back in like the teens decade. And I do feel that I do feel that like a lot of people are going to be looking forward to the upcoming Wolverine video game that's supposed to be coming out on the PlayStation 5. We have no idea when Sony's going to release it because of the data leak issue, and I guess that's something that's definitely going to halt the production of the game overall. But I definitely feel like Deadpool deserves another, video game sometime in the future, because he only got one video game, and that was back in 2013. It was one that got overlooked, and some people felt like it wasn't as good as it could have been. And like for the most part, I do feel that like I actually find it a bit shocking that Blade is getting his own video game um for the PlayStation 5 before Deadpool. And not to take anything away from the Blade series, because I used to be a fan of the Blade series when I was younger and everything, but for the most part it seems like when it comes down to like Marvel movies and stuff like that, it seems like Deadpool has been like more relevant for the most part. And I don't know, like I do feel that a Deadpool and Wolverine like video game is something that it's something that would be very interesting to see on like the PlayStation 5, or if like Sony was the one to publish it. But I doubt that's something that could happen, or something that might happen, because Sony has plans for other games and other projects and all that stuff. And I do feel that either way, like all those like those games I just mentioned, they're most likely going to take priority over anything else in relation to anything superhero related that Sony might be involved in. But yeah, I mean, considering the amount of success that Deadpool and Wolverine has had in just a month, this is definitely going to go down as one of the best superhero movies of the 2020s decade, quite possibly the best superhero movie of 2024. And honestly, I do hope we get something involving both Deadpool and Wolverine later down the line in relation to video games.